and it's more to protect their investment. I mean, they're protecting their workers, so that is their investment. Without the workers, there is no product, there's no business. So
absolutely right. I mean, it's not like they have an endless roster; they can just replace guys. I mean, even when I use the comparison to the NFL, even they have changed the rules of the game where you can't tackle or hit people or can't use your head the way you could just 5 years ago. And it's for the longevity of the sport. And the same thing with wrestling. Mm-hmm. When you don't have protective gear and you are falling from 10 feet off the top rope, or you're getting thrown over the top rope to the floor, or you got a 500-pound guy falling on top of you. I mean, you've got to do what's going to create long-term viability and stability for the business. And if it's changing the way things work, then that's what you have to do.
Right. No, I understand. I understand and agree with you 100% there. Now, going back to your career, what would you say was more of your probably your most defining moment?
Man, I could probably say in a nutshell the DX and Road Dogg impersonation of me, to tell you the truth, because I was always doing the head shake and the strut, but when he kind of did D-Lo better than I did D-Lo, that kind of drew more attention to me. And then, when I came out like 2 segments later, people went, damn, he really does act like that. And that was kind of the beginning of really the character taking off the way it did.
Now, you were there during the Attitude Era, which kind of was the middle part and the end of the Monday Night Wars. Did you get to experience what was the feeling in the locker room when WCW was kind of leading those ratings to the point where it flipped over in WWE's favor?
Well, it was a huge sense of pride and accomplishment because we had worked hard to go out there and put out a product that was going to compete with them. And as we started creeping up on the ratings, it was like we're getting closer. So we all turned our game up, and we finally caught him and passed him. It was like this huge sense of accomplishment and pride in the locker room, like we had done something really special. And then to take Attitude to the heights that to be part of it, to go to the heights it went to was just one of the greatest times I've ever experienced in the business.
Okay. Do you see WWE ever revisiting something similar to the Attitude Era?
You can only hope. You can hope in terms of, it's you want your business to reach the heights that its maximum heights all the time. So you can hope the business, the company all return to that glory and even dwarf it at some point. So, yeah, you want them to do better. You want them to achieve greater things.
Right. I mean, I know, like we were talking about being it has changed and it's a little bit more catered towards the younger generation, and they've kind of gone away with a lot of the risque type storylines and things along that nature. But as far as like the physical aspect of wrestling and some of those things, I think like they can start leaning back towards that. I just don't know if they're gonna storyline wise they're gonna be able to really touch any of the things, because it's hard to get a point across when you're not really allowed to curse and you're not allowed to be suggestive and things along that nature. So I mean, it's going to make it that much harder for the talent to be able to put over these storylines, because they're not going to be able to, I mean, The Rock gets to come back and do his thing, once a year, but I mean, I can't see it being a weekly thing.
Yeah, I know. Inherently with a PC product, you can't go as risque as Attitude or anything around that time, and that's just the nature of the evolution of the beast. I mean, the company went a different direction, and they're going to try to make that direction where they want to go and make it successful. So, yeah, I understand it better. A lot of people say things like, you wish you'd go back in time and be more suggestive and be more, rated R-ish, kind of like Attitude was, but I just don't see the business going back in that direction anytime soon.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's like I said, it caters more towards a younger crowd. They're more, I'm not going to say they're more worried about selling T-shirts than they are putting on product, but at times, sometimes when you do watch it, it kind of seems like they're more worried about selling merchandise than putting on a consistent product. Now, do you think the absence of a main competitor, affects WWE, that they really don't have a bar anymore? They say, here, this is what we're doing, take it or leave it. We don't have to raise the bar because nobody's pushing us to do so.
I think in all business, you need competition. I think that's just across the board, whether it be, WWE or the NFL. I like competition, and it forces you to work harder and forces you to work better. So I think in general, everyone needs competition.
Right. Do you see any of these companies, or maybe there's not a company around yet? Do you think there's anybody, anytime that's going to step up and really push the envelope against WWE?
You can hope. No one ever saw WCW rising up to even become close to what WWF was at the time.
Right.
So you can only hope. The right people get in the right situation and do the right thing. You never know what can happen. It's wrestling.
Yeah.
Golly, it's wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the day, like you said, it's a business. So, I kind of always hope that Impact would kind of get their shit together and step up and press the issue, but they haven't. A lot of people say ROH could be that company. I don't think a company in Japan or another country can really affect WWE. Probably, I would say, because of the time difference, because it's not like they're going to be on at the same time as WWE. So it's got to be something that's going to compete with them head on, like Mondays, like Nitro and Raw was. To compete against somebody, 12 hours later in the same day, it doesn't make it. I don't think it's going to make any sense. So I think it has to be, one of these American companies, ROH, Impact, or maybe a company that's not around yet. Maybe a former wrestler, gets together and starts their own company and not, not to sabotage WWE, just to, give people options, give the workers options. Like they, when they left WWE, they went to WCW. They made two gigantic monsters of business. Now these guys don't have these options. They go to NXT. Some of them move up to WWE, and then if they get released or they leave, it's back to independent wrestling.
Yeah, I think it's going to be it has to be an American-based company that's ever going to be any kind of competition to Vince. Inherently, the time difference is one thing with Japan, but I don't see Americans embracing an entire roster of Japanese wrestlers and going, those are my guys.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see that. Even though their work is tremendous over there, I don't see, a large part of America, even right now, it's still a niche kind of audience. I don't see a large part of America embracing, a Japanese company and going, let's run with this. So at the end of the day, it would have to be an American-based company.
Yep, I agree. Richie, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let's get the schedule for D'Lo Brown at WrestleCon, which is Friday, April 6th through Sunday, April 8th at the Sheraton in New Orleans. You can go to WrestleCon.com if you haven't gotten tickets yet, and you can go to rdppromotions.weebly.com.
It's Richie DeGreg Promotions.
Promotions.weebly.com for pre-sales, which are on sale until April 2nd. So
and they will close at 5:00.
5 p.m. close of business on the 2nd is the end of pre-sales. So let's get the schedule for Mr. D'Lo Brown.
D'Lo Brown will be at WrestleCon on Friday and Saturday only. He will be there both days from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay. All right. And any other things going on with D'Lo while he's there, or just WrestleCon?
Just WrestleCon right now. We will be hopefully announcing something soon in the summer. for coming up, but I just have to put the weekend together.
Gotcha.
And that will be taken care of after WrestleCon is over.
Okay. D'Lo, where can fans reach you on social media?
I'm big on Twitter. At D'Lo Brown 75. I'm the only verified D'Lo. A couple imitators out there, but don't worry, I'm verified, so you know it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me up, and if you guys are down in New Orleans, come stop by, come say hi. I know we're gonna have plenty of merch, action figures, T-shirts. Come on down, do an 8x10, do Polaroids, or any kind of picture. So come on down, have fun. Just stop by and show some of that New Orleans charm.
All right, I appreciate it, D'Lo, and Rich, as always, thank you for contributing and beefing up WrestleCon. We're all going to be down there having a good time. Hopefully, coming home with smiles on our faces for obvious reasons, and but the main thing is to it is a business. We're there to make money, but at the same time, we want to go down here have a little fun.
But you can't, even though it's business, you still have to have fun. So,
right.
With no fun, there's no business. With no business, there's no fun. So,
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep, definitely.
All right. Well, I appreciate both of you giving us a call. Guys, check out D'Lo Brown, also with Ken Anderson, Jillian Hall, and Angelina Love at the RDB Promotions booth at WrestleCon, April 6th through 8th. At the Sheraton of New Orleans. Check them out. Again, WrestleCon.com to get your tickets. And Richie DeGregopromotions.weebly.com for pre-sales at end 5 p.m. on the 2nd of April. Guys, thank you for calling, and we'll definitely see you down there.
Stress-free, baby.
Stress-free. All right. Talk to you guys later. All right. We want to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be with Warriors of Wrestling's Joe Bellini because we got a lot of shit to talk about on this 1-year anniversary of the Rude Boy arresting. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Hey, it's Tony Schiavone, formerly of WCW, and I'm almost desperately out of time, but I want to remind you, you're listening to the Indy Supershow on the Damage 365 Radio Network.
Wrestling Superstore, selling wrestling memorabilia from all around the world, including WWE, Impact Wrestling, Japan, Mexico, and the very best of the independents. They've got action figures, DVDs, autographed memorabilia, T-shirts, magazines, trading cards, stickers, vintage video games, and more. Plus, stop in and get tickets for great promotions such as UWA Elite, CZW, and many others. Located indoors at the world-famous English Town Flea Market, Blue Building booths 46 through 48 on 90 Wilson Avenue in Manalapan Township, New Jersey. Open every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Log on to Facebook.com/FunkensteinINC for more information.
What it do, baby boo? This is Casey Two Scoops Spinelli, and you're listening to the Indy Super Show on the Damage 365 Radio Network. Ba-bam!
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head?
Hey, wrestling promoters and booking agents. You know where you can get inexpensive prints of your hired talent? Right here at Fast Copy Printing Center, located in the Pearl of the Bay Shore. That's right. Whether you need 8x10s, 11x17s, posters, long format, or even weatherproof signs, We can do it all. We also can create promotional items for your business, such as pens, business cards,